Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rollsicle Behind the Scenes, sort of. You guys saw my room in the update video. This is the same room, but this is a little bit more than an update video. This is sort of the future of Rollsicle, so it is an update video. It's just kind of looking forward rather than what happened in the past. So, part one, Ashley. This is her. If you've been watching any of the Let's Play stuff, you've heard her. You've met her, but now you guys can actually meet her. So part of this video was to introduce Ashley, so I'm gonna let her take that part away.
Okay, hi everyone. I am Ashley. I do promise he wasn't lying. I'm real. I'm a real person. I am not just an image.
I told you guys.
But yeah, so you guys have heard me on For the King Let's Play content, we also did Heavenly Bodies content, and then in, I think, a day, or is it, in 2 days, I think, we have, no, more than 2 days. On December 4th, we have Assassin's Creed Black Flag coming out. I got the days mixed up when I was scheduling our content.
Exciting.
I'm also the face behind everything that's been coming out on our Instagram.
True.
So that's me.
True.
That's not him.
All props
He
to
does
her.
not know how to work it.
Okay.
So anything on the Instagram is me.
That's so true.
I also do a lot of the behind the scenes work on our videos and making the thumbnails and all the stuff.
We're all learning
function.
it. We're both learning it, but she's the one that has it better right now, for sure.
Yes,
and is the one mainly doing it, and I am to learn, essentially. And we're all both learning how to make a video even like this. So this is new to us. We haven't used Camo, which is the app that Rollsicle uses for recording via our phone. We haven't used OBS before. Like, these are all things that are new to us, being the now owners of Rollsicle. So
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's kind of great transition here. Why are we now the owners of Rollsicle? Well, there's a great update video that, if we're smart, will be somewhere for you to click.
At some
Who
point,
knows if
end of
that's
video.
gonna happen? End of video, description, somewhere. It's gonna be somewhere.
Yeah.
So you guys should go check out that update video. But if it's TLDW,
TLDR to
because it's a video,
but it's a video.
yeah, TLDW. If it's TLDW,
Yeah, that.
then a brief sort of recap is essentially, hey, me and Meredith ended up breaking up, and so because of that, Rollsicle ended up breaking up. There was a lot of discussion about what direction to take it in, and the ultimate direction was, hey, we want some of the money that it earned, like everyone to dish out some of the money that it earned to where everyone felt comfortable, and then to just hand it over and say, Nathaniel, you do what you want with it. I've always loved the fact that Rollsicle was sort of a community thing, and it wasn't just being ran by solely me. And so I very quickly was like, hey, Ashley, I want to continue this Rollsicle thing. And she was intrigued at trying it. She had never really made content before. And so we're kind of rolling with that. And the first products of that are the Let's Play videos that you guys have been seeing. But we wanted to make this video, one, to let you guys get to know her, because now the two faces, although more realistically and more often likely the voices of Rollsicle, because we're still learning this whole recording our faces thing, the faces/voices of Rollsicle are myself, Nathaniel, and her, Ashley. So, everyone, this is Ashley.
Hi,
I love
everyone.
her, and I hope you guys do too.
Okay, that's really sweet. You're making me blush. Anyway, I guess, for those of you that are maybe new to the channel, or those of you that didn't get to know Nathaniel too well with all the other stuff, we're both college students right now.
True.
So if you hear us mention college or breaks, we're in college. We're in senior year. We're almost done. Yeah. But we are both in college, so we're trying to run this on top of busy schedules.
Yes, if you're an old school fan of Rollsicle, you know that the D&D group and all of them were a bunch of friends from home, but basically all of us went to the University of Alabama. That is also where Ashley goes. So
yes,
nothing crazy new about that, but it is not foreseeably going to include those older members. It's, again, go watch the update video for a more in-depth explanation on all of that. But basically, we loved the years of that being Rollsicle, and that's not a shameful past of Rollsicle, but that's not what the new Rollsicle really is going forward. There might be content like that further in the future, but we can't really speak to that because that would be after we've graduated from UA, and we haven't graduated from UA. So we're working on that. But yeah, so if it's not going to be that type of content, what type of content is it going to be?
So we've talked about a lot of ideas. One of the first things that we are both very interested in making is Magic the Gathering content.
Woo.
She's
addicted to cardboard.
Yes, I'm addicted to cardboard. Y'all heard it here first. But absolutely, Magic the Gathering content. We both love to play it. He absolutely wrote me into it like week one of being together.
She might be more into it than I am.
I honestly might be, and that's not a problem. It's not. It's not an addiction. We're okay. So some of what that content might look like is unboxings, stuff from like new sets, or even just old commander decks that have not been opened yet. Nathaniel keeps himself on a very strict, does not open a new commander deck until he's gotten a win with one.
That's
so
true.
He's got a lot of unopened ones.
I do have.
Because we play a lot of old decks.
For the record, for everyone that's wondering about that, it's specifically so that I take time opening them and enjoy them and see a deck through before I just move on to the next one. Because I really do like buying these new ones. If you know anything about Magic the Gathering, instead of building one commander deck that I really upgrade and dig my teeth into, I prefer to have like the plethora of options and to see the different playstyles. So I've bought a lot of the precons, and I haven't actually built any of my own yet, but I've bought a lot of the precons. So in order to not just open them all and be like, haha, I have them all, and, you know, whoop whoop, because I spent money, I'm slowly kind of drip feeding drip feeding them to myself. There we go.
Yes.
Got there. Drip feeding them to myself so that I can more enjoy the decks themselves before I just move on to the next one. Because there are quite a few of them. Depending on the set, there's 4 a set. So it can be really easy to just, I want to open all 4 of them. No, I'm going to take my time with them. And if you're Ixalan commander decks, I'm really going to take my time with you because I still haven't gotten to those.
That's okay. Maybe you guys want to see that soon. Probably not,
Maybe.
though. It's probably going to be years.
Wow.
But that's okay.
Wow.
You've been putting it off for over a year.
Okay, anyways. Did we cover all the MTG stuff?
Nope.
No?
All right. Some other content that's going to be MTG. We
Great.
are going to have a lot of opinions on like reviews on the different commander decks that we open.
Okay, for those of you that can't see it, which is all of you, we have a list here to make sure we cover the right things in the video, and we covered one bullet.
Okay. It's okay.
Wow.
It's okay. It's fine. The
It's
other
gonna
ones
be a
are quick. We
15-minute
got this.
video. That's what she said off
Y'all,
camera.
he's being so mean. Okay, opinions and reviews on like different sets, on different decks, on just general like Magic the Gathering news. Wizards of the Coast puts out a lot of things sometimes, and sometimes they're a little crazy, and we have a lot of opinions.
Sure.
So we're gonna be sharing those with you guys. Also, Nathaniel is a master at Arena Draft.
Whoa.
Whoa. He does well.
Absolutely not. I've
doing good.
I've trophied a couple times now, which is great because I had only ever done it one time in the past. So Foundations is my set, but yeah, no, I might be putting out some draft content. I actually recorded some back when like Spider-Man videos and stuff like that were coming out on the channel and that sort of stuff. So a while ago, a good like almost a year ago, essentially. I did record, I think, 2 or 3 videos. They even got uploaded to YouTube. I just never released them. Decided not to, and then craziness happened of summer, and then, you know, everything that's in that update video. So you guys can go check that out. But yeah, essentially wrapping up that stuff. A lot of Magic content might be coming out. Anything that we didn't mention might just be sort of general news and what's going on, but it is going to focus on mine, hers, or our opinion of what's coming out. And they don't always necessarily align.
Yeah.
For example, I promise you I'm more excited for Spider-Man than she is. Not that she's not excited.
Not that I'm not excited. I did not grow up watching Spider-Man. I didn't grow up watching anything Marvel. I know y'all can, like, kill me for it in the comments. It's fine. Like, everything in this room is Spider-Man.
Wow.
For y'all that don't know this.
Whoa.
The literal PlayStation that we record on, all the Let's Play content, yeah, it's Spider-Man. There's a little Venom Spider. Venom Spider? Am I right? Or is it just normal Spider-Man?
Okay,
It's not Venom. Oh my god.
Okay, it is from the symbiote suit, which is made by the Venom.
Okay, I was on the
Symbiote.
right track. Look
So-
at me. He also just drank out of a Spider-Man water bottle. So,
Yeah, that was intentional.
you know. Anyways,
Okay.
moving on. Next, this kind of ties back into what he was talking about with the old content of what this channel used to be. Some potential TTRPG content. I'm gonna let him take that away because I've never played a TTRPG in my life.
That's true, she hasn't. I know, it's a disappointment. She
Yeah.
doesn't even deserve to be half owner of Rollsicle, really, if she hasn't played a TTRPG. I think we can all agree on
I
that
know you
down in the
didn't just
comments
say
below.
that.
But anyways, so obviously that's a joke. But jokes aside, we would like to return, and I especially would like to return to the roots of Rollsicle, and the deepest of those roots is a TTRPG sort of playthrough, stream, that sort of thing. That is likely not going to come anytime soon because we're not looking to get a playgroup together in our current state living at UA because we're going to be moving away in just a few months. And anyone that knows a good bit about TTRPGs will know playgroups can be hard to get together. They can take months to really establish, and then only having 1 or 2 months with that group isn't worth nothing, but it's not worth a lot. We're not going to get a lot of content out of it, and we just don't think it's really the right focus. So, because of that, it might shift into content that is TTRPG themed, but is not specifically actual playing content, because we might genuinely not have a game. Or if we do have a game going, it might be something smaller between either just us or just us and a friend, and isn't necessarily something that we're going to want to stream. It might be something more that akins itself to content that is more just talking about the adventure or what happened or the mechanics of it, those sorts of things, without actually streaming the actual adventure. So if we do TTRPG content, which is very possible, expect more like how-to videos or instructional videos, videos going over different feats, class options, character builds, rules. The differences in rules between Pathfinder 2nd edition and D&D 5th edition is something I've talked about. Potentially lore videos, no guarantee on that, but it's an idea. All sorts of that side of content is very likely. I would love to make some rules videos, content on just the books themselves, the different mechanics, all of that stuff. Great. The actual playing of the game, probably a lot less likely. That covers it.
It does. And then kind of like building off that, there was obviously a stream of whatever the current session was and campaign with the old play group. There will still be streams, just not of TTRPG content.
At least for a while.
For a while. We graduate college in May. We then have to find jobs and figure out where we're moving to. And then we will still have to get a play group together beyond that. So it might be realistically a while. But our goal is to eventually get back to that. Because I'm very interested in playing TTRPGs. I'm very excited for it. But moving into the side of it that's like the streams and some of the stuff that this channel used to have, there will be streams. They will probably be of him playing video games.
They will likely be me playing video games.
We don't have a set schedule they're going to come out. That's not something we're going to establish right now. That's not something that might ever be established.
I don't know if we're ever going to establish that now.
Because, like we've said, we are college students. Our schedules change incredibly. We both work. We have lives outside of school and work. So they're going to happen more when we're on breaks, and we have a break coming up in December, so he might be streaming more in December and then not as much in January when we start school again. But we will always send a message in our Discord, which I will be putting...
We're going to try to.
I'm going to remind him to. I will try to put something up on the Instagram story. I'm going to make sure he texts me when if I'm not home to put something up. And if you want a link to our Instagram, a link to our Discord, they're both going to be in the description of the video. But if you want to follow our Instagram, it's just Roll Skull. That's all it is. It's just Roll Skull. So y'all know how to spell it. But really, that's it about streams. I don't know if you want to talk about what you're going to be doing on those streams at all.
Well,
I know we kind of what we're starting with.
What's going to be happening on the streams is, as we mentioned, I'm going to be streaming video game content. It's not going to be TTRPG Let's Play content at the moment. It's more likely to be Let's Playing video game content. It is probably going to be more focused on games that don't necessarily have an end, so those can be like the Call of Duties, the Enter the Gungeons, the MTG Arena Drafts, those sorts of content is probably more what I would focus on streaming. That or very specific games that it's like, hey, the next 5 or 6 streams are going to be this specific game for a good couple hours until I finish the game. Those of you that have played Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm not in that boat yet, but if I ever do, that's a great game to say, hey, this is going to take me 10 5-hour streams to slog through. I use slog in not the negative connotation because I'm sure that game is incredible.
It looks incredible.
It goes to say, hey, maybe that'll be the focus of the next mini streams. Then it'll be something more like that. But it will be video game focused. I'm not expecting, I would love for this to be the case, but I'm not expecting it to be intended by a ton of viewers. I'd love to have all you guys out there for usual, but it's not going to be our typical TTRPG live plays. It's going to be more of just a video game stream, and honestly a way to translate that into video content for YouTube, because the VODs are going to be uploaded to YouTube for people to watch after the fact, but it's an easy way to record it for 3, 4, 5 hours and also have some chat interaction if there are people attending live, and then also translate that over to YouTube and have the video there. So those are all going to be available. If it is a very specific game or if there is a repetition in the games that I'm playing, there'll probably be playlists over on YouTube, so don't sweat it if there's a stream coming and you've been catching all the previous ones and you can't make this one because it's at a time that you're not able to make because it's not scheduled. We understand that that's going to be a bit of an issue. But don't sweat. It's going to be on YouTube. It's just like all the streams that we did of our actual TTRPG live play. They're going to be uploaded to YouTube as VODs. You guys don't have to worry about it. So they'll all be there for you. I'd love to have you guys attend live, but just know that I know that it's a changing schedule, and if you can't, no problem. But it's really just a way to say, hey, I want to be playing these games in my off time. I also love playing these games and sharing the content with you guys. Let's do them both at the same time. I think that's a great idea. So
Absolutely.
that's what the streams will be. And we also, I should say, also want to lean back into Twitch. Twitch has been going through like its own crisis, and I won't get into that on this video, but it's a whole thing. We're not really looking into that at all right now. We just want to get back into Twitch because it's where Rollsicle really built its stronger following. Mm-hmm. If you guys are seeing this, you're seeing this on YouTube, please go subscribe, like, comment, all of those things, because YouTube has the potential to pass what Twitch was. But because we were mainly a TTRPG live stream and we didn't have the budget or the means to live stream on both YouTube and Twitch, we had to pick one. And we chose Twitch as our live streaming platform. So much of our fan base and viewer base and all of that came from the Twitch side of things. So we want to lean back into that and show people, hey, we're still live streaming. I and now Ashley exist. We still want to make content. We still love you guys. We love the support that you guys gave us. If you are a diehard fan of the old content or some of the people from the old channel that aren't there anymore and you don't want to watch, we totally understand and we'll dearly miss you, and that's perfectly fine. But if you just liked Rollsicle or wanted to stay in the community's still there, and we're working to rebuild it. So a big part of that is streaming. So we wanted to make sure that that still gets some love.
Absolutely. That covers it, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, okay. I'm not really reading the bullets, but...
No, that's fair. They're also kind of where you can't see them. I can see them, though.
That's true.
That's what matters.
Yeah.
They're my notes. Okay, the last kind of content that we're thinking of kind of bringing out is general essay content. So, I know there's someone out there that's kind of like the game therapist.
Oh, people aren't going to know him.
No.
There's this channel called, like... BBK Dragon or something like that. It's a really small channel, but people call him the gaming therapist because he just makes kind of general life advice videos with some gaming in the background, but he also came from a gaming background and made like Halo Let's Play videos and stuff like that. So they call him the gaming therapist. He's a rather small channel, so I don't expect you guys to know him, but if you can find him based on that's probably not his accurate name. You know what? We'll throw his actual name in the description because he deserves it. He's great. He's awesome. But he kind of inspired me. He put out a video talking about why you should just make YouTube videos and why you should just make content if it's a passion of yours. Forget about the viewers, not in the bad sense of like, don't care about them, they're horrible people, but forget about needing it to get to 10, 20, 30, 300, 3,000 views. It doesn't matter. Put out the content that you want to put out because you're passionate about it and you want to share it with the world, and that's exactly what we're doing here, right? That kind of rejuvenated Rollsicle and kind of inspired me to make the new Discord and get the update video out to you guys and all of those things that sparked this resurgence, maybe? Resurgence of Rollsicle?
I think resurgence is the right word.
Is a pretty good word. So... yeah, so that's kind of general like life advice content, but I also watch a lot of channels. You guys might know Optimus, that one's much bigger. He just kind of talks about general things going on in the world. And I want to be very clear, my goal is not to copy people's content, but it is to find inspiration from their style of videos, right? Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, you have more deeper video essay content. Think that of like, I think there's this dude named That Boy Aqua or something like that. He puts out certain videos like that. I know you're not going to know.
Nope, I'm not. No clue.
Anyways, there's a lot of essay-style content out there. I'm not promising an hour and a half why Spider-Man PS4 is the greatest game to ever come out. I would love to make that someday. I'm probably not making it anytime soon. But it is more in that sort of style of video, talking about things going on in life, talking about things going on in gaming, talking about gaming topics. You know, why are video games so horrible nowadays? Or are they? Because I don't think they're that bad. I don't think they're perfect, but they're not that bad. Right. Anyways, those sorts of style of videos are another thing that I might talk about or that we might do, aka me or us or her, whatever, talking and sharing kind of what we think about a subject with some light B-roll footage in the background, some slight music playing, and just a relaxing time to sit around and talk, essentially, right? It'll be a video, so we won't be live interacting with the chat, but just to sit around and talk. We've also decided that we might drift into that style of content, so...
But realistically, a lot of what we're doing is we're trying a lot of things.
Yep.
We don't know what's going to stick. We don't know what we're going to actually love making. Mm-hmm. We don't know how to make 95% of this.
And we don't know what you guys are going to love watching. So,
Exactly.
You know,
A lot of it depends on trial and error.
Mm-hmm. And I've never actually sat down, and we've started doing this recently. I've never sat down and watched people's videos and just sit there going, how did they make this?
Oh.
How do we think they made this?
Every time we eat a meal.
Every time we're sitting down eating a meal, watching these videos, we're going, how do you think they made this? How do you think we could do this? And so that excitement and that vigor to make videos is just every sign I feel like I've ever needed to go like, this is right. We should be making these.
Yeah,
We should be heading in this direction. But we want to keep our horizons broad, right? We want to make a bunch of different styles of content and see what we love, what's easy, what you guys like to watch, what resonates well with us. Another thing that I can't think of right now because I wanted to get a fifth one for my thumb, but it's fine. We got there. You know, just all of those things that, look, it was going to be beautiful. And then it did not have a fifth one. The mind blanked.
Insert your own reason.
There you go. There you go. But anyways, all of these reasons to make this different style of content because, sure, I love Magic the Gathering. I love TTRPGs. I love video games. I love talking. And so... when you smush all of that together, it's hard to fit that into one video. I mean, man, that would be difficult. There are certain ways you could do it, but that would be pretty difficult, right? And so, what?
Nothing.
Okay.
I watch him talk all the time.
I fully thought she said something there.
No, I coughed.
Oh. I'm losing it. It's not late at night. Anyways.
We didn't drive all day.
So, to just summarize everything there, it's going to be a lot of different styles of content. And then on top of that, we do still plan to keep the Let's Play content regular. It's something I know how to do. It's something that she's been enjoying doing.
I love it.
And it's a really neat introduction to video games for her because she's not necessarily played a ton, so there are certain games that she might not get a lot out of playing because she hasn't had the experience to play video games to be good enough to play them in that sense. Not as like a shot at her, but look at something like Assassin's Creed. It doesn't have did it have a difficulty option? I don't think it did.
I don't think it did.
It might have.
But y'all,
either way.
The knowledge of video games I'm coming in with is like Minecraft, Super Mario on the Wii, and I had a DS as a kid.
Yeah.
So like...
Yeah. But we're
getting there. We're
great
trying.
content, right? What are video games like for a non-gamer? Or
that
at least
will be coming out.
Transitioning into gaming is a really exciting video that I can't speak on, right? I've been playing video games since I was little. That's a topic for another time, though. Okay, so in summary, a lot of different types of videos. There's going to be all sorts of Magic videos potentially coming, all sorts of TTRPG videos potentially coming. There's going to be streams of video games. There's going to be videos on video games, and there's probably going to be general topics that are being covered with some video game footage in the background.
Woo!
And that might not even be where we stop, but we wanted to make this video to say at least those 5 things. Get it? 5. I made it. I found it.
He found it.
We're going to actually, I might have started on this finger, but we're going to pretend like it was 5. Are all something that we've looked into doing in the future. So we wanted to make this future Rollsicle. What can you guys expect? Now, in case you're wondering, right now, the Let's Play content is releasing every other day. We really liked that release schedule. The old Rollsicle release schedule was something that I didn't really love too much because it didn't have a lot of content coming out. And I think that there's a lot of potential in putting out more content, not because I need you guys to watch every video every day for an hour so that the YouTube gods can bless me with their money. That's not what I want. Right, but but anyway.
Okay, maybe a little bit,
maybe a tiny bit, but more realistically, I want to put out a variety of content for you guys, so that those of you that like one type and not the other can still be getting that content at a regular pace without having to sacrifice the other people that like the other content, right?
Absolutely.
So if we can put that out more regularly, so we're gonna keep the Let's Play content coming out every other day, but we also recognize that Part 16 of Assassin's Creed Black Flag is only going to be so popular in the sense that it doesn't really stand out a ton. I love that we're playing it, and I hope that you guys enjoy seeing us share, talking about the game and all sorts of things. But realistically, there's a lot of playthroughs of that game, and it's also Part 16, right? You got to go watch Part 1 through 15 if you want to be caught up, or you're going to be real confused. So we recognize that it's probably important and better for you guys to have these other videos coming out. So what our plan is to have these videos, like this one, coming out on the days between those, but not regularly yet. The long-term goal is to reach a daily video, basically off and on Let's Plays, and then in between other styles of videos. But that is the long-term goal, and the reason that it's long-term and not immediate is because we want to learn how to make quality videos in that interim. So right now, it could be as little as one a week, one a month even. It shouldn't be that bad because we basically figured this out.
We kind of figured it
But
out.
over the time, this is a very like simple video, all things considered. There's not much editing being done. So we're going to slowly but surely learn more and more how we want this video and these videos to come out and to look, and how we can polish them and make them look better. What type of filters can we add to the microphone? How can we change the lighting? We didn't even plug the ring light in, all sorts of things that we're realizing as we're recording this video, and even in the editing process, when we realize, hey, we could have done this better, we could have changed this, we're going to do that. And then eventually, months, years, however long it is down the line, we should have it at a point where we go, you know what? We're proud of that. We're proud of the content that we made, and we think that that is about the highest quality we could have produced. And at that point, we try to make that to where we can do it every other day. And if we can, we now have that plus Let's Play content. We're covering the full week.
Absolutely. Now, that might be far in the future, but...
It might be. It might be very far in the future.
We don't want to just mass-produce videos. We want to bring you guys something that's actually worth watching.
Yes, and that's actually quality and all sorts of stuff.
Absolutely.
Like that. So, in summary of the whole video, TLDW, we're going to be moving forward with Rollsicle in a lot of different directions. We want to expand our horizons and put out a lot of different styles of content, not only for us to see what we like making and what works for us, but also for you guys to see what you like watching and what works for you. So that video content style stuff is going to include a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff, potentially TTRPG stuff, potentially video game stuff, potentially essay content with video game gameplay in the background, some just like light talking video even like this. The essays don't have to have the video game content. It could be literally us looking at the camera and talking. And then to top it off, some video game streaming to get that Twitch brought in, and also to just allow us to record long segments of video games, right? Without having to dedicate actual video time to it. It can just be a stream that then gets VOD, the VOD transferred over to YouTube. And yeah, that's kind of the future of Rollsicle. And it's owned and shared and loved, I promise loved, by both me and Ashley.
Absolutely.
She puts more heart into this channel than I really ever did before. Maybe not ever did now. I'm getting passionate. I'm loving it. I'm really doing my best to make this as great for you guys as I can. And I know that she's doing the same. But for those of you that don't know her, she loves this, and I can tell. She's been encouraging me to make this video. And actually, this whole video was her idea. This specific update video. She was like, they don't even know me. And I was like, psh, yeah, they know you.
I was like, they might not even know you.
That's so true.
Like,
I'm
barely.
Nathaniel, by the way. Hey, guys. Anyways, that's sort of the video. So I already gave you the in summary. The last thing that I wanted to touch on is just that history of Rollsicle. If you knew, we were a we were a TTRPG live play channel, and we streamed on Twitch, and all of those live plays were VODed over to the YouTube channel. Those are not deleted, they are privated right now. The reason they're privated is simply because the direction that Rollsicle is going in is away from that history. It's not that I'm ashamed of it. I love all of those videos, and I specifically didn't delete them because they're an archive of the last many years of my life and the last many years of a lot of my friends' life, and even if they're not close to me anymore, really close people to me at the time. So I didn't want to just delete those things, but I did also want to make sure that those videos didn't anchor Rollsicle into a past that it's trying to grow away from, not in a bad way, but just in a different way, right? And so since we're making different styles of content right now, and I'm also making it owned by one of the same people, but also a different person, I wanted to private those videos just so that while for me and my personal life and my friends and their personal lives, we have that content archived for as long as we want to have it, because it is so many years of our life. It's also not holding back Rollsicle from the future that I can tell not only I, but also she really wants for this channel. So that's why those videos are privated. But yeah. All right. I think that covers everything.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have met me now. I might disappear a little bit in December.
Oh, good point. Is that on there? Yeah, that's on there.
Yes, the Let's Play content will have me recorded in it. At least, I think we've pre-recorded through Christmas Eve. Through Christmas Eve, I will be on the Let's Play content.
Christmas Eve.
Okay, leave me alone. It's not late at all. But I'm going home to California. I'm from California. I don't live in Alabama all
That's
the time. So I'm going home to visit my family. I will be with them for a little bit. So we're going to try to record some things while I'm in California. We're going to see if that even works. But if he is doing any streams, any essay content, Magic the Gathering content, anything else during that time, and I'm not in it, don't worry. I'm not, like, dead or sick or, like, I don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe I was a figment of his
She's
imagination.
not completely out of my life. She's
No.
just home because she's from California.
I just live across the country.
So she's going to visit because she's about to be out of college and life's going to change a lot for the both of us.
Yeah.
But while it's changing a lot for the both of us, I'm also a few hours from my family car ride, and she's many hours plane. So
Yes, and I'm permanently relocating to Alabama once I graduate in the spring. So
that is the current plan. So yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys in the comments below. Let us know if we missed anything that you're curious about. Please, literally, put any and every question that you could possibly have. We would love to respond to all of them. Also, if you do leave a comment, make sure that you, or if you do leave a comment, we'll make sure that we respond to it because we want to make sure that you
Absolutely.
guys know that we're reading and caring about what you have to say and what you have to ask about. Also, like we mentioned, please, if you can, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us in terms of the channel growth and getting this channel out there to other people. The whole point of this is we want to share our content with everyone that we can. And the best way that we can do that is for the channel to continue to grow so that YouTube shows it to more people. We'd love to get to know all of you guys. And so the best way to do that, one, is to help the channel grow if you check it out. And two, to go check out our Discord. So there's a bunch of
Yes.
ways that you guys can do that. And you can click the link. It's easy to join. And there's only about like 4 or 5 of us in the new one because we had to make a new Discord because the old one I didn't have ownership of in order to like change things with it and to change servers and all sorts of stuff like that. So in order to create, we created a new one so that I actually am the creator of the Discord. But we'd love to have you guys there. We've had a few people from the old one transfer over. And yeah, if you're not want to send a comment out here on the world of the public YouTube comment section, I kind of get that. So if you want to join the Discord and personal message one of us, go for it. We'd love to have you do that.
Absolutely.
All sorts of things. But yeah, so if you can hit that subscribe button, comment down below, join the Discord, any and all of that is really greatly appreciated. And if you do, let us know. And we'll be happy to thank you guys because that really does mean the world to us.
It
You
does.
guys are what
Absolutely.
makes Roll Sickle so great. So yeah,
I think that's
That's
it.
a great note. So I'm going to start adding this again. It's not going to be in the videos, the live Let's Plays. There we go. It's not going to be in the Let's Plays for a while because we do pre-record those. But as always, my signature catchphrase, may the rolls be ever in your favor. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, y'all.